Let's just go ahead and start streaming. Why not? Oh. Oh. Am I going to have to put the denoiser on? Should I put the denoiser on? The squelch button on the Takstar. There. Now no one can hear you. Now no one can hear you but me. Look how adorable. Let me take it off. Can you hear her purring? How adorable is she? Gosh, she's adorable. Mommy's on. Okay, we're doing the show now. Okay? Are you going to be a good girl? Good evening, everyone. Dave Cares for You is in the house. Hello, Dave. How are you? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have the voice for doing a talk show probably only because I've been smoking for 40 years. And, you know, sometimes that's what will happen to your voice. It drops down a few octaves, and catch me in 10 years, it probably is not going to sound this nice. But thank you. I appreciate that, David. It's always so sweet of you. You're always so nice and kind to me. Danny's in the house from Menantial VE. Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. Michigan is in the house. Hello. Where's everybody from? Dave, you're from New Jersey, right? Like me? I'm a Jersey girl. Born and bred. Where is the cat box? Well, here's the cat. Her litter box is in the laundry room where it belongs. And she's very messy about it. Yes, so this evening we are using, my next video is going to be about the different equipment that I use for live streaming, and I just finished filming all of the B-roll for that video. So while I had everything set up, I was like, it's Saturday night, I might as well join my peeps and see how everyone is doing. Just catching up with everybody. How was everybody's week? I hope it was awesome and blessed. Oh, can you hear her? Hi. Be a good girl, okay, sweetheart? You're such a good girl. Such a good girl. Oh, now why am I thinking you're from New Jersey, Dave? I think it's because you're maybe interviewing people from New Jersey all the time. I know you interview Josh a lot. Alex, my girlfriend is angry that I keep the cat box in the bedroom. Oh, you keep the litter box in the bedroom? How's that working out? My brother Anthony is in the house. Hey, Anthony, how was your anniversary? How did that go? Okay, so what is my opinion of the cat box in the bedroom? The only time I ever had a litter box in my bedroom is when I had an elderly cat, and one of my other cats would constantly beat her up and trap her in the laundry room. So I had to, you know, she was holding pee. That's no good. So I did move a litter box into my bedroom, but it was just special circumstances for that particular cat. And then once she passed away, I yanked the litter box out of the bedroom. I mean, I don't care. I think whatever is convenient for the cat, because I'm such a cat person. My whole life we've had cats in the family, and my brother is a big cat supporter too, but this is what I get. They think they rule the house. And well, technically they really do. Hello, be a good girl, okay, sweetheart? They're spoiled. They're allowed up on the furniture, and it's really, my girlfriend is angry. Okay, I saw that already. Helping New Jersey fight. Good for you. I'm doing good, Anthony. Thank you so much for dropping in. Only My Opinion Tech is in the house. That was such a great video that you did with the, I'm sure you did it in LumaFusion. The window, the green screen window. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that one. So it's a chilly night here in New Jersey, very cold. I just put some food out for the fox that comes to eat. I don't know how crazy my neighbors are about me doing that, but I feel bad for that fox. He's obviously hungry, and he's never attacked anybody, so what's the big deal? They just ripped down a bunch of woods where I live to build new apartment buildings. So when they did that, I mean, it wasn't just like a little bit, like they ripped down acres and acres, and it really displaced a lot of the wildlife that was living there. So now we have a lot of deer and raccoons and everything kind of migrating over to our side of the street. And I'm just, trying to do good. But yes, so my next video is going to be about my live stream setup. And as I'd mentioned, I just finished filming all of the B-roll for it. So I said, let me, just go ahead and go live. The only thing about going live with the camera setup that I have is that I don't have autofocus on my face. And I have a lens that stops down to, I think it's 1.4. That allows a lot of light into the camera. However, the focal rate on that is not good. It's like razor thin. So if I'm back here, I'm out of focus. And if I'm too close, I'm fuzzy and out of focus. I understand that it's probably good to be a little bit out of focus anyway. At my age, nobody wants to see all those wrinkles because I am pretty close to my camera. I have a 16 millimeter lens on the camera right now. It's the Sigma. It's a really good and sharp lens. But here's the secret. I have a little diffuser on the lens from K&F Concept. And what that diffuser does is soften up the image. So even though I'm really close to the camera, it does help to blur out some of my wrinkles. So you might think I look pretty good for 50, but really, I'm hiding some stuff with this diffuser. Mike McCainch is in the house. Good evening, Mike. Mike also does LumaFusion tutorials, and he does just a lot of different tutorials on a lot of different apps that are on iOS devices, maybe even desktop, I'm not even sure. Can you use your iPad and still tape into it and go live? I've never used my iPad to go live. Nope, I've never done that. I think you would be able to do it as long as you're able to split up the windows. So I don't see why not, why you couldn't do it. I would be afraid that I would accidentally hit something and I would bounce out of the live though. So I have a laptop that I use specifically for going live because I always use, I bought the cam link to go with the camera. So being that I invested all of this money into the camera and the lens and the cam link and the laptop, I never go live with the iPad. I always use my whole little setup right here. But I'm sure that, is that my niece, Kelsey? Oh, I think my niece is here. So everybody, let's try to keep it rated G. Although you guys know me, I always keep it rated G anyway. But my sweet little niece is in the house, who's a cute little TikTok girl. She's on TikTok and a lot of other stuff. And Kelsey, her mother sent me a picture tonight. They ate out at one of the local restaurants. There was a roach in the food. The nastiest thing ever. So if you're ever in Hackettstown, New Jersey, don't go to Topo because you get a side of roaches with whatever you've ordered there. Yep, Kelsey. Oh, yeah. I heard Liam almost passed out from that. I would too. If I opened up my meal and there was a bug in there, I might pass out. Yep. At least it was gross. At least you didn't dig into it, right? Like at least it looked, from the picture Megan sent me, it looked like it was just sitting on top of the container, like they packaged everything and then, but where there's one roach, honestly, people, there's 1,000. So if you see one, there's 1,000 running around in the kitchen, and it's crazy. So my last video, I did a review of the Takstar SCM1. That's a sound card that you can use to go live. And it's really great because you can use all the different sound effects that are in this, like the applause. Thanks for popping by my channel. And the applause kick on. And then when you start to talk, all of that audio starts to duck down. So if you're someone that live streams a lot, if you're a gamer, or Dave, you're constantly live streaming, this thing would be good for you to have sound effects in there. Because I know you talk a lot about politics and maybe you want to slap some people around. That's pretty good. Or if you like someone, that's a cute little kiss. Although it sounds like a chipmunk kiss, right? So this thing, I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch the video, but it is so incredibly small. So now that I got rid of a bunch of other stuff, my desk is completely empty and I love it because it was just too cluttered before. And speaking of, it's good to purge. It is so good to purge all of the stuff that you're not using. So I went through my closet, I rifled through a bunch of things that I'm no longer using. And don't forget, I give a lot of stuff away. Like I've given away probably $5,000 worth of gear, because a lot of companies send me this stuff for free. So I wind up doing it for giveaways. Kelsey's going to start a channel. So I hooked her up with, she got a nice little light set up. She got a nice microphone kit, actually, two. One is a shotgun microphone, and another is a wireless lavalier microphone. And she was kind of setting up her. And Kelsey, you really should get into that because I think it would be really great for you to do your channel. My niece has diabetes, and she's had it since she's 2 years old. I think it would be really great for her to get to start her own channel so that she can talk to people who are newly diagnosed, or even just a sounding board for anyone that's been dealing with childhood diabetes, juvenile diabetes it's called. And I think it would be a great idea for her to do that because she's just the sweetest little thing, so well spoken. She already at the age, I think she's like 10 or 11 now at this point, she can totally take care of her diabetes all by herself. She amazes me. I was terrified when she would come over and sleep over at our house because I was terrified. What if her sugar goes low? Like it's a terrifying thing. Now that she's a little older, um, she is type 2. She's the diabetes kind that she constantly has to have the insulin every little, she's completely dependent on it, but she handles it so well. I mean, she's just a brave, strong girl, and I'm proud that she's my niece. I'm having a problem, Anthony says, with my iPad Pro. It takes forever to upload a 10 or 15-minute video. I don't necessarily think that's the iPad, Anthony. I think it can be your modem. It can also be what's going on with YouTube, because I've had several videos that were not that long, but it did take a super long time for them to upload. I don't think it has anything to do with your iPad, because you have the most brandiest new iPad. Anthony won the Henny the Business giveaway from LumaFusion. So he got an iPad, he got a keyboard, like he got all the stuff. Anthony wins everything. He's you know, just got a lot of stuff. Yeah, Dave does hour-long videos. You do. Do you go live a lot though, right? That's my other cat. Do you guys hear him? I really should put the denoiser on because he's going to be relentless. He's the one that if he doesn't get his way, forget about it. He's a terrorist. He beats this sweet little thing up. Oh, she jumped down, so God help her. He'll probably chase her around. Please try to play for Lambo for me. I don't know what that means. It took 8 hours? 8 hours to upload something's wrong there. Either your modem or something. Did you try rebooting the iPad? I really don't think it has anything to do with the iPad. I think it has something to do with your internet, because that's too long. How did your battery not die? Or you must have had it plugged in, because I've done that one time. I had not a long video, but a little longer than usual. I think it was like a 12-minute video, and it was taking so long, and I walked away from it. And in the interim, the battery on my iPad did die out. So of course that cancels the upload. So you have to go and re-upload it, which that's never fun. Oh, and enter a contest for a twin turbo Lambo. He would win. Be good, Pawn. He's just so bad. So, okay, only my opinion tech. The volume is on the output of the sound card. Okay, so you need me to bump up the volume a little bit? Can you hear me now? You know what? I'm looking at the volume on OBS. And by the looks of the volume on OBS, it actually, if I bump it up to here, it actually looks like I'm clipping a little bit. So is the volume better now, or is it too much, too low? So let's see. You know what? I think I only have men in the house. Will any ladies come and join us? You know what? Usually the bee lady usually pops in here, but maybe she's busy tonight. Bob White is in the house. Hello, Bob. Welcome. Good evening. I hope you had a great week. And I hope you have an awesome rest of the weekend, whatever's left of it. Ooh, did anybody get a chance to see the lunar eclipse? So it was a couple nights ago. It was like at 2 or 3 a.m. and I slept through it. I am so bummed because now it's like Haley's Comet. It's not going to happen until the next 100-something years. I'm not going to be here. So I missed that. All the good things I seem to miss, but Pond, be a good boy. I'm so terrified that I'm going to talk and he's going to start beating her up, and then I'm going to have to drop the headphones and rescue her. Just so you know, okay, I'm giving you a little advance warning. That might go down. And if I have to just run out of here, you know what I'm doing. My sound is just right. Thank you very much, Anthony. I appreciate it. So I did have to bump up the output of the volume, which is weird because, as I had mentioned before, I use OBS, which is a great free thing for you to use if you want to live stream and you don't want to pay a monthly fee for all of these different services like StreamYards. OBS is a really great alternative. There's a lot of different things in there that you have to kind of, learn about a little bit, but that's what YouTube is for. You can sit down and watch a tutorial on how you need to set up OBS to do your live streams. And then once you do it once, all of your settings are going to be saved in there. And then it's just easy from there. Then you just hit start my live stream and then it starts streaming, because you need a key and everything from YouTube to begin your stream. And then in OBS, it saves your stream key. But never let anybody see your stream key because they can hijack your live streams, and you don't want that. I spent $200 on something on StreamYard, then I wouldn't pick up my good mic through the iPad, LOL. Oh no, isn't that always the way? Like you think that, okay, this is the thing that I need to do my channel and all of it's going to be great, and then you spend the money and then it doesn't work out. That has happened to me many, many times. It's upsetting. So, Pond, stop it. So, as I'd mentioned before, I got rid of a bunch of the stuff that I got sent, the stuff that I haven't given away, because I gave away most of it. And I put it on Facebook Marketplace. I've never really put anything on Facebook Marketplace. That thing is awesome. I'm going to put everything. Now it's almost like a little addictive. Like I'm looking around like, what else can I put on Facebook Marketplace that I'm not using and I can make some fast money on? So I unloaded a couple of different wireless microphones. See, he's the cat that's on Prozac because he's not mentally right. And you know what it is? He wants food. And if he doesn't get his way, this is what he does at 2 and 3 in the morning. If I don't get up to give him food, it's the whole house is punished. He beats up the other cats and he just won't be quiet. Like it's not fun. Mm-mm. Cats are different than children because at least children, you can threaten them, you can punish them, or you can bribe them. Cats can't do that. Very difficult. I am a little hot now. Yeah, I thought so because it looked like I was clipping. Now I'm going to bring it down. Audio check, audio check. That should be better. So is this better or... Let me go back to the comments. Your audio is a little hot. Your audio is a little hot, is what I meant. Oh, okay. So you meant the audio was hot. So I bumped it up. Is it good now? Okay, good now. Good. Only my opinion tech. The volume is off. Sound effects, not on your volume. Okay. Anthony's going out for a smoke. Now you've mentioned it. Now I feel like I want one too. Thanks for bringing that up, Anthony. You're a big help. I'm kidding. Yes, of course. If you want to go smoke, go ahead and go smoke. So, yes, I use the Facebook Marketplace, and you guys should know that my aunt bought me a tase gun, a taser. So, when I was going to do the meetup, like, I don't know who these people are. Like, you're literally just meeting them on Facebook Marketplace. So, I scrounged up my taser. I had it in my pocket. My aunt would be so proud of me. And I went to the meetings. I totally didn't need a taser. The first guy was so nice. I can't remember his name, but he was there with his wife. He's like, my son is starting a YouTube channel, all positive stuff. And, he's going to get like a nice word out there. And I was like, that's great. I'm like, let me know what his channel is. I'll give him a shout out. And then the other guy I met just out in front of a restaurant, sweet as pie, just as nice as they can be. And I felt like a fool. Like I have like this taser in my pocket, but I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. So I will continue to carry my taser just in case, because, I watch the ID channel and it is unbelievable the evil that people are capable of. So I am totally going to rock that taser. Flick says, hey, Tammy, how's it been? I'm still in your debt for recommending me LumaFusion and teaching me your glitch effect trick. Hope you're having a good day. Awesome. So glad that you were able to use that glitch effect and that you like LumaFusion. I think LumaFusion is hands down the best editor that you can possibly use for an iOS device. I was blown away by iMovie. If you've never edited a video before, ever, like if you just, did your videos and watched them all the way through without any edits, and then you're introduced to iMovie, you're like, oh my goodness, that is amazing. You can put titles in there and you can cut things out and you can do this. And oh, that is crazy amazing. That's wonderful. But then I had to do something where I needed a green screen effect. And of course, at the time, iMovie didn't have green screen or chroma keying, so I had to look for a different app. And that's how I found LumaFusion, because I did this green screen thing. And after I used LumaFusion for a little bit, I'm like, this thing just blows iMovie away. It is absolutely amazing. There's a lot you can't do. Of course, iMovie is free. Like, LumaFusion, I think, is like practically free because it's only a one-time payment of whatever it is now. It was $20 when I got it. I think now if you buy it, it's $25, but still, that's nothing. There's people that are paying $20 a month for whatever the Adobe one is. I think that's crazy. Although in the spectrum of things, I know $20 is not a lot of money. I get that, but, people have the best of intentions to begin doing something, whether it's starting their own channel or going live or even just editing their little videos that they want to share with families and friends. They have the best of intentions of doing consistent uploads, but sometimes life gets in the way and that doesn't always happen. So instead of having a residual charge every single month, just start out with LumaFusion. You might do something for a few months and then not have time to do it ever again. And a lot of times people have apps on their phones or their iPads. They're getting charged every month and they're not even using these things. So every month money's getting taken out of your account for something that you're not even using or utilizing. How depressing is that? If you go back and look, okay, what did I pay for this month that I absolutely did not need, that I didn't use, was a complete waste of money? I finally canceled Apple TV because I hadn't watched it, and I got it free. Came free with my new iPad, and they're like, hey, your renewal is coming up and it's like $100 a year. And I was like, oh, do I like it that much? So I didn't renew it. there is going to be a show coming out on Apple TV. I can't talk about it because, to be honest with you, I don't know that much about it. All I know is that my nephew is working on this show that's going to be launched on Apple TV. So when that show is launched and done, then I'll get Apple TV so that I can watch that show. Just for the simple fact that, like, his name is probably going to be in the credits, and he's worked on a bunch of different movie sets and television shows. So I'm super proud of him. He went to Full Sail University, which is a film school, and he was lucky enough to know someone whose father's a director. So he was able to kind of get into the industry that way. He maybe he didn't even have to go to film school, but he went. Roman Gonzalez is in the house. Oh, Roman from the channel Roman? Roman? Rome wasn't built in a day? Roman? If that's you, did you change your clip art? Apple TV, I think, is about $100 for the year. So I breaks down to some. I think it is. I'm not exactly sure. I think there's different tiers. Like I should get rid of Hulu too because I got Hulu to watch Handmaid's Tale. That show is great. If you guys have never watched The Handmaid's Tale, you really should watch it. Of course, it's like dystopian future type of thing, and I love that show. But now it's not on. So I'm paying for Hulu, and I haven't watched Hulu since it ended, so I probably should ditch Hulu too. Yes, you change your icon. Just to let everybody know, there is a famous music video director in my stream right now, Roman Gonzalez. If you want to learn about the art of how to film and edit music videos, Roman is the man. He films all different kinds of videos. He does everything. Well, not everything. He does, use some things where he has a rig, but pretty much everything is handheld. And the way that he edits everything is just absolutely masterful. But Roman, I want to say that remember I bought some shirts off your channel, and one was it said "Stop complaining," and it's like a self-motivating shirt. He sometimes talks about how to do sales and inspirational stuff and motivational stuff. And on the back of the shirt it says motivation is the key to success, something like that. But on the front it says stop complaining. And some lady was in the line, and I think she thought my shirt may have been like an anti-Black Lives Matter shirt because it's exactly the opposite. Like the Black Lives Matter shirt is black with the white writing, and this is a white shirt with black writing that says stop complaining in like the same box. And I was like, oh, who's she talking to? Like, I didn't even know who she's. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, it's a motivational shirt. It's a motivational shirt. So I had to dodge a bullet there. It's so difficult for me to find time to watch TV with all my work schedule. Yes, only my opinion tech is a long haul truck driver, and he's on the road for like 80 hours a week. It's absolutely crazy. Yep, so everyone check out Roman Gonzalez. He does a really great job with editing, and it's amazing what he can do. And he, believe it or not, he started, well, I don't know what he started, but when I first started to watch him, he was only using a Canon M50. It's the same camera that I have basically. And he would make these awesome videos. You would think they were filmed on like a $6,000 camera. So it definitely isn't the gear. It's the person behind the gear and how they know how to work it and how they know how to edit and splice things together. And there goes my camera because I didn't hit the button. But, last time this happened, I couldn't get the picture back. So, you know what? Oh, there, yay. The last time I couldn't get the picture back, and I had to actually bail out of the live stream. But, as I said the last time, I took it as a sign from God that he was telling me to leave the live stream because some of you were here was it last weekend I did the live stream, or was it the weekend before? I got into a heated debate with one of my subscribers, and his name is Dick. That's his name. And I mentioned cryptocurrency. And he, for you that were here and in the chat, I'm sure you can't forget it. He was all in a huff that I was talking about cryptocurrency. And I'm like, and he was going on a rant. He's like, I believe in working hard, value for value. And as soon as he said value for value, I could tell you everything that you need to know about Dick. That is a line from Notorious, from libertarians, that Ayn Rand, they all love Ayn Rand. They've all read Atlas Shrugged. So I knew that's what this guy was trying to tell me. Like he's, value for value. I'm like, this is a capitalist system and you can make a lot of money with crypto. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to say hustle somebody or don't work. I'm saying that you have an opportunity here with cryptocurrency. And he was so upset. He was like not stopping in the chat. He was going off like it was. I'm like, whoa, take a beat. And just then the camera went out. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to take it as a sign from Heavenly Father that I need to end the chat. Was a sign from him that this is not going anywhere good and that I need to get out. But I'll have you know that it's so crazy that I brought this up because today I bumped into my nephew and he's like, Aunt Tammy, what are you doing with your channel? I'm like, I've been so busy with work. I really haven't had time to do anything with my channel. I threw up a short last week. He's like, oh, the cat video. I'm like, yeah, my little cat video. He's like, did you look at the comments? I'm like, I haven't even had a chance to really look or read any comments. I guess somebody left a comment in the video saying, I come here to learn. Why are there cat videos here? And he almost replied back to the person like, what are you doing? Stop it. Like, you put a cat video up. What's the big deal? But it's funny, the minute that you deviate from your genre, people get upset. Like Dick was upset. Dick was like crazy off the wall upset that I started to talk about crypto. But all I meant was there's some good opportunity to be made in cryptocurrency. Like this is a good time because it's still very early in the cryptocurrency game. It's a good time for everybody to get in there and make some money. And one of the coins that I was talking about, you can go back and look. I was talking about a coin, the native coin of crypto.com. At the time, it was 35 cents. And I said, this coin is going to be hundreds of dollars in the future because the native coins of the other exchanges like Binance, some of the other larger exchanges, their coins are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Just this week, Crypto.com announced that they purchased the name rights to the Staples Center. It was Staples Center. Now it's going to be Crypto.com. They had to pay $700 million to get the naming rights for that arena. That is going to blow up. So, of course, the day after they announced, or the day that they had announced that coin doubled in price. So when I told you you could buy it at 35 cents, it bounced up to like 65 cents. And I think today it went anywhere from like 54 to 58 cents. But I think it's still a good opportunity to get. I'm not going to talk too much more about it because I know everybody gets a little puffy in the chest when I deviate from my norm. But if you're looking to, get into the world of crypto, now is early and it's a very good time because it's basically now unregulated by the government, which is what you want. You don't want to be hit with huge regulations and taxes at this point. It's a good time to start investing in crypto. You're still early, and there's a lot of different things that are going to happen in the metaverse where you can invest in these businesses that are going to be in the metaverse. So this is your opportunity to get in early, and I'm going to leave it at that. Now I'd like to bounce back to my Facebook Marketplace adventure because if you're not using Facebook Marketplace and you have things to sell, oh boy, are you missing out. That's how I wound up selling my old car. I had it parked in my brother's shop for weeks, and that's right on the main road there. And I thought for sure First of all, used cars are so hard to get cheaply nowadays. It's crazy. I thought that car would just fly right on out of there. And it wound up sitting in his parking lot for a couple of weeks. And he's like, I need the space. Like, I need to rotate cars out around here because I fixed one. I got to move it out there. And he's limited on space to begin with. So I put it up on the Facebook Marketplace, and sure enough, it sold pretty quick. And I was like, you know what, this Facebook, something maybe can be said about Facebook Marketplace. So anything that I've ever been sent that's now just sitting there collecting dust, I'm going to try to sell it. Why not? Like, I've invested a lot of time into making the videos. Some of the stuff I did purchase, and some of the stuff they did send me for free. But I always talk about how long it takes to make a video. And now that I've come so far on my channel, I feel like I impose, it's self-imposed that I have, a level at what I think my videos should look like. Like I like titles in there. I like to add in some B-roll. I don't want it to be just like a lame, boring video. I want it to look good. So then, it takes me a while to film the video, and then it takes me even longer to edit the videos. I can be editing a video, I'm not kidding you, 10, 12 hours. So when you think about it, someone may have sent me something that's only worth like $70, and now I've spent 10 hours of my time editing that video. So, at first I was like, I don't feel right about selling it. I got this for free. But no, I didn't really get it for free because I put a lot of work into it. It's just sitting here collecting dust. I don't want to, I've given a lot of the stuff away, you guys know. And why not? Why not have somebody use it? And why not have the opportunity to make a little bit of extra money, which I'm then putting into crypto? Like, I have one account that I strictly use for cryptocurrency, and I feel now like it's almost like a gambling addiction. I keep running to the bank to put in more money so I could buy more crypto because I don't want to sell anything. When you buy something, people always talk about swing trading and this and that. And I did swing trade a couple things, and I made, like 20, $30 here and there. But I'm thinking to myself, if I hold this in like 10 years, it could be worth so much more money. And now I've sold it like only for $30, but that's not the way you have to, because people make money day trading, buying things in the morning, selling things at night, things that are constantly up and down. So I think that if things ever crash with my other business, that's definitely what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a cryptocurrency channel, and I'm going to swing trade cryptocurrency. It's just what I think I'm going to do. If I can, like, who knows? Maybe you never know what life is going to throw at you. I might be working at Walmart next week, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with making an honest dollar for a hard day's work. When I was young, in my 20s, I worked 2 full-time jobs. Like, I worked my butt off when I was young. I had fun, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I partied. I had a lot of fun. I did a lot of partying, but I worked really hard. I partied hard and I worked really hard. And those were the best days of my life, when I worked hard and had a lot of fun, and to be young again. To be young again. Bob said, I came here to hear about cats. Well, here's my little sidekick. Libby, somebody wants to hear about you. Pretty little lady. She's a little Persian doll face. She's gorgeous. Oh, I love her so much. So it bothers me when this other one, beats her up. It's not cool. Anthony, what are you doing? Seriously, what video have you made lately? Anthony's got like all this gear and all this stuff, and he's like, oh, I'm going to make this video on this. Did you ever make the video on the lights that they sent you? You also have the Rode Wireless Go video to do. We need Sandy to crack the whip on Anthony. Sandy's Anthony's wife. We're going to give Anthony a little bit of a break. It was his anniversary. It was his big 1-year anniversary, so Let me hit my camera again, just so it doesn't go out. But other than that, having a good week, and I hope you all have a great week. Did you guys watch my Tackstar video? This is a great little thing. Like, I can't believe how tiny this is, and that it's enough to power the Rode Pod mic, which of course needs 48 volts of phantom power. And you don't have to have this thing plugged in. Like, this thing is mobile. I could take this to the park. I could take this whole little setup to the park and live stream. How crazy is that? Like, technology has come so far. Yeah, free stuff is definitely not free. That is very true. Only my opinion tech. And you will learn about that even more because, now that you've got a channel, people are going to be wanting to send you stuff. And it's not easy sometimes. Sometimes you have to be honest. Not sometimes. All the time you have to be honest when you talk about this stuff because if you're not honest, no one's going to believe you. Like there's been things that I've ripped, like that ZG Cine wireless lavalier microphone kit. That thing was horrendous. And I'm like, look, I appreciate that they sent it to me, but for $200, this thing is horrendous. Like this is something that belongs in the budget column on Amazon. Should be like 50, $60, not 200, especially now that the DD is only 169. How is anything ever going to be $200 again? Because that thing is amazing. I love the DD Pocket Wireless. Such a great microphone. My favorite wireless lavalier microphone was one of the ones I just sold. The Comica Boom XU. That thing had the lowest self noise that I've ever heard in a microphone. It was amazing. I want to show you this, though. Hold on a second. I'll just take a sip of water first. So, like last year, I got sent a microphone by Hollyland. Hollyland normally does gear, not necessarily microphones, but video gear stuff. Like they do monitors and something that you can hook up to your camera and watch it remotely type of thing. And they sent me this microphone kit. I, of course, did the review on it. And it was the one that has like these teeny tiny little microphones. Well, this case, I think went bad because I was going to sell this. I'm like, oh, you know what? This is sitting here. I'm going to get rid of this. And I went to open it and look, it's supposed to turn on when you open it. The screen is broken. I think I've only used this. I used it for the review. Then I used it one time for like a vlog type of thing. And then I used it for something else, like a total of 3 times. And this thing burned out. This is a $250 kit. And it didn't even last a year. So that's definitely, I don't know if you can see it. It like every now and then this screen will flicker on and off. And it's just like the other components, the transmitters, their lights illuminate. They look like they work. But the receiver, this is like the brain of everything. So if this is not working, like as soon as you open this, that thing should turn on. It's not working. $250 and it doesn't last a year like that. That's not cool. Like you need to, put something out there. Make sure it's good. They do a lot of wireless HDMI. Yes, they do. Totally. As a matter of fact, when they first reached out to me, I was like, ooh, maybe I'm going to get a free one of those, But no, I got a microphone. For some reason, doesn't matter what the company is doing. Hi, Tate. You want to say hi? Bob wants to see you. Tate was at the vet today because he was constipated. They only eat dry food, and that's so not good for cats. They're supposed to eat a combination of wet and dry, but he doesn't like wet food, so he got constipated. So we had to take him to the vet. Right? Are you feeling better, honey? You all better? Okay. Okay, see ya. I love you. Be a good boy. So he's poor little guy. So this is what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to pick up the. Thank you, Alex. Alex Tate. Alex said you're cute. Yeah, you're a cute boy. I'm gonna pick up the dry food. Maybe for a couple days and just put down the wet food because people say you can do that. That they'll get so hungry that they'll finally just eat the wet food. Look, I don't know if I want to do that to them. Like that sounds a little harsh. I don't necessarily know if I want to do that, but it's going to be better for him in the long run, so we'll have to see. DJI just came out with a wireless mic. It looks really interesting. Ooh, maybe I'll get sent one of those. It seems like all the stuff that I wish I would get sent, I never get. The newest thing, someone reached out to me to, it's a microphone, and this is what they'll always do. Just to let you know, if you're starting a channel or if you have a channel that's growing like you, Only My Opinion Tech. I know you told me your name, but unfortunately I only think of you as Only My Opinion Tech. What they're going to do is say, hey, we'd really appreciate a good review of this, but also on Amazon. Like they try to get you to buy the thing. And I just flat out said to the lady, I'm like, listen, I don't buy anything. If you want me to make a video, you'll have to send me the microphone, but I don't do that. I don't buy something and then make up a phony review on Amazon. It's just not how I roll. So she's like, okay, we'll send it to you. So if you stand your ground, they're going to send it to you because they want you to make the video. But just stand your ground. Unless it's something that you absolutely want. Like if it was something that you were thinking about getting anyway, then I would say, okay, but don't agree to leave a 5-star review. Just say, I'm going to leave you a fair review. Whatever I think of that piece of gear, I think that's okay. If you're wanting to get something and that company happens to reach out to you and is like, hey, do you want to review it? But buy it on Amazon and we'll reimburse you. I think if you're going to buy it anyway, that's okay. But just make sure to leave an honest review because I think you can get in trouble for that, right, Anthony? If they bust you, I think you could lose your links, like your affiliate links. David. David is Only My Opinion Tech's first name. Okay, let me try to remember that. David. Yeah, I have reviewed so many microphones. It's unbelievable. I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 microphones that I've actually made videos on and reviewed. So when it comes to microphones, I'm not saying I know everything and that I'm a pro when it comes to audio because I will be the first to tell you I'm not an audiophile. I don't know anything really about audio other than the microphones that I've worked with, and I know enough to know that I don't know anything about how to properly equalize audio other than, bumping up the highs and the lows and pulling out some of the mids. That's basically it because that's basically all you can do in LumaFusion right now. Because I got a third party plugin, and it seems like there's always an issue with third party plugins when it comes to audio and LumaFusion, unless they've worked out the kinks. I don't know. But I have to when I start editing the B roll of this video, I'll find out. Because tomorrow I'm going to film the video for the one that I made the B roll of tonight. So here's what I'm thinking. I don't know how it's going to be because my schedule is always so crazy with work. I rarely ever have time to do anything for YouTube. And guys, this is just the honest truth here. Like I am getting older and I have to start paying more attention to, and not that I want to start talking about the crypto thing again, but I have to start looking at, I'm going to be retiring hopefully in 20 years, 25, who knows, maybe 30. God only knows what is coming my way. Only he knows. He has the plan for me. Only he knows. And I have to start paying attention to how I'm going to live because I can't just live on Social Security of my investments, and I have to be more diligent with taking care of my money. And I'm thinking about starting a separate channel on just cryptocurrency and how to read a chart, how to understand the position you're in, how you investigate, and deciding which coin to invest in, because not all coins are created equally, as we can tell from anything that's a little sub-zero coin to Bitcoin. There's a huge difference. And right now, I've scoured the market. All of the cryptocurrency channels are blowing up. One guy got 100,000 subscribers. You guys sit down. If you're not sitting down, sit down and get ready for this. One cryptocurrency channel got 100,000 subscribers in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And here I am editing these videos, and what am I up to, like 15,000? Not that I'm complaining. I'm grateful for every sub that I get, and I love engaging with everybody. But just to let you know, would you guys be interested if I started a second channel that was only about how to invest in cryptocurrency? Is that something you would be interested in? Is it something that you would watch? It's not easy to get into it. So first of all, you have to download an app to be able to invest in cryptocurrency, whether it's crypto.com, Coinbase, Binance, Webull. All of these are apps that you can use to buy Bitcoin, but you have to be a verified person in order to do that. So you have to go through the steps of signing up with the app, confirming who you are. You have to sometimes shoot a picture of your license, the front and the back, and send them pictures of that. And I can just picture my dad. So I told my dad he should buy Dogecoin and that crypto.com coin. And I could just see him sitting there trying to figure out how to do it. Like, there's no way that people who are older would ever be able to do it. They would just be confused. Like, and not that I don't think older people are intelligent. That's not what I'm saying at all. But, and I've noticed this shift with, well, my mother's passed away now, but a big shift with my dad. Like, he used to be, the tower of strength, and now he just doesn't want to think for himself. Like, he's like, you figure it out, Thank God he's got a friend down there in Florida that helps him like make doctor's appointments and stuff, because I'm not there to do it for him. But like, he just wouldn't be able to figure that out at all. Amy's parents are the same way. Like, she's running around taking them to doctor's appointments and filling prescriptions. And she's like, when did this happen? Like, they like 2 years ago, they did all of this stuff themselves. Now they don't. It's weird how that happens. And now I'm feeling really bad about myself that I didn't have a kid or two for backup, because what am I going to do when I'm old? I'm going to have to hire somebody. And I don't see how I would ever have the money to do that. Like, if you went to go live someplace that's an assisted care living, that's like $25,000 a month to live in those places. I would never be able to afford that. Not right now, maybe in the future if things pan out. So I definitely think, watch it, I'll be 74. Oh, Bob, then you definitely, I think, would benefit from watching me do a tutorial on how to sign up to buy for cryptocurrency, because it was a pain. Like, I felt like, not that it was difficult for me, but it was not as easy as I thought. It wasn't just installing an app and then depositing money into it and going. It was steps. Like, they had to, I guess because they're just being careful that people aren't, what's the word? How people move money around and it's not for good purposes. Launder. I guess they want to make sure that people are not laundering money, or maybe, drug money or whatever, that, you have to verify your identity. It takes a day or two to clear that, but it's not an easy thing. And I think that there are people out there that would be interested in doing it, but they just wouldn't know how to sign up for it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off my new channel. I'm definitely going to start a new channel. I don't want to migrate that conversation, cryptocurrency conversation, into this channel, because I've already seen how that goes. People, Pawn, Not sure if I heard a scream from Tate, poor guy. But I wouldn't be able to migrate stuff like that into this channel because you guys saw how people freaked out on me. Dick flipped out on me 2 weeks ago when I brought up cryptocurrency. And then the other guy freaked out. Well, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl. Actually, I didn't even look at the comment. My nephew told me that they weren't happy that I posted a cat video on the channel. It's my channel. Can I put anything I want on my channel? I know that I do try to bring you value when it comes to learning LumaFusion. That's why I went through the trouble of making the LumaFusion Masterclass. And I broke it up into different sections in case somebody, because there's places out there that charge money to learn LumaFusion. And I'm like, it would be different if it was LumaFusion that charged people to learn. Okay, it's their interface. Terry Morgan went through the trouble of making it and making it happen. Yeah, she deserves some dimes on teaching people how to, but these are companies that have nothing to do with LumaFusion. They're just selling their classes. And I don't think that's fair. So I put of course, my masterclass out there for free because it's the Christian thing to do. And I want to keep that separate from what I'm going to be doing in the future with cryptocurrency. Roman, you're so sweet. I don't believe you, but you're very sweet. Roman says this is his favorite channel for everything. You're so sweet. Cyclops video says, it's your channel. Do your thing. We will watch. That's very sweet. I think, though, your opinion probably could be in the minority. So I am going to start a separate channel. When I do start that separate channel, for anyone that's interested that wants to either learn about cryptocurrency or is interested in making money, I'll let you know what the channel is going to be. Can't name it Tammy Sapnewski because this is the Tammy Sapnewski channel after all, but I don't know if I want to call it something, because there's not too many women that are out there. And I think that there's a niche that I think people would watch my channel for that, because I'm not being, I've done really well so far. And for some reason, it seems like God has blessed me with a knack of understanding how to look at these and make a really good decision, even reading charts. Like, I've just been really lucky that I've been able to do more than doubling my money in this crypto market, and it's only been a month. So I think that I could bring people value in that way. And Texas Jackdaw's in the house. Tim, good evening, Tim. In case you guys don't know, Tim is an awesome musician. If you guys like rock and roll, check out Tim's channel. He's always jamming. How you doing, Tim? I was just telling everybody that I'm thinking of starting another channel in the possible near future, because I put a cat video on my channel this week, and not everyone was happy that I kind of put a cat video on the LumaFusion, because people think of me as the microphone / LumaFusion channel. They only want to see one of those two things on the channel, or for videos. And I'm thinking about doing that as a second channel. I just have to think up a name. Can't use Tammy Sapnewski. Maybe I'll just do Tammy Ski, because not everyone can pronounce Sapnewski anyway, and it's a challenge to type in. So maybe I'll just do that. But I think that, if I could help people, because I've definitely helped myself, and I think that, there's not too many women that are doing that right now. And I think it could be a really good opportunity, because I know, Tim, you just joined the chat, but I was saying that anyone that has a cryptocurrency channel right now, they have had explosive growth on their YouTube channels. One guy got 100,000 subscribers in like 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, here I am, like, struggling for all these years. It's been so fun, though, I have to say. I've had a really good time growing the channel and meeting everyone and engaging with you guys and meeting a bunch of different artists and people. It's been fun. But I would like to have more subscribers, and I would like to get a little bit of extra money from my ad revenues. Of course, I'd have to start over completely from scratch, meaning 0 subs. And then you have to start out. There goes the ticker now. Okay, 1 watch minute, 2 watch minutes. Be good. And that's so hard to do. It's so hard to get your monetization. And then finally, when you get it, sometimes by the time you get it, you're pooped. You're all burned out. You don't even want to do it anymore. So all I get is only my. David says TS Crypto. TS Crypto. That sounds good. Or if anybody has any other ideas, I'm up to taking any idea as to what you think I should call my crypto channel. And so, what is today's date? So tomorrow, it's the 20th. Normally on the 21st, I get my ad revenues directly deposited into my bank account. But normally it's anywhere from like 150 bucks to like 165. The most I've ever made in 1 month is $171. I missed my opportunity when the pandemic first started, almost 2 years ago now at this point. I was working like 80 hours a week. And while everybody else was home, churning out content for their YouTube channels, raking in all kinds of new subscribers, I wasn't uploading anything because I was making hand sanitizer and working my regular job and being a good citizen because that's the right thing to do. And I didn't mind. It was my pleasure because I gave that, I didn't sell the hand sanitizer. I gave it away to anyone who needed it. I gave it to all the people in my post office, all of the local businesses, got it out there for everyone. So while all that was going on, people were able to sit there and just churn out content for YouTube, and they got a lot of subscribers. And I didn't. Like, I got hit hard in the algorithm. I was getting like 60 subscribers a day at one point. But then when you stop putting in content at least 2 or 3 times a week, I was uploading. Man, YouTube, they really punish you. They're like, oh, so you're not going to work anymore, huh? You're going to be lazy. Well, we're not going to recommend you anymore. And it's true. They do hit you hard. If you're not up there in the algorithm, forget about it. So that's what I'm going to do. David says, I've got to hit the hay. Good evening, David. Good night. Sweet dreams. And thank you again for your service. He's a truck driver. And man, is it hard to get truck drivers nowadays? It is so hard and difficult. There are so many things that, like, the whole supply chain is broken. You guys know I have a skincare business and it's broken. I don't know if you can tell from your end, but just from what I've seen, it's a nightmare. I have so many things on back order. It's not, people are yelling and screaming, but I can't give you what I don't have. Of course, I want to sell you something. I'm not holding it here hostage. If I had it, I'd send it to you. So if you guys can think of any names that would be good for my crypto channel. I didn't really talk about anything that I wanted to talk about because I went off on a tangent. I need to have like a little thing here that says, this is your script, Tammy, stick to it. But I always go off on a tangent. You guys know that. Anyone who's ever joined me live, come on, I can't. I always start talking about one thing, then I'm off to another thing, then I'm all over the place. That's for sure. But I do love this little tax star. I'm so happy they sent it to me. Man, this thing is great. It's great. 150 bucks, you're done, you're all set. You get all your little sound effects built in there. So funny. Oh, this is for Dick. That's what you did to me. That's okay. Well, guys, I think I'm going to sign off for the night because I've already been on here probably too long. I didn't really talk about anything that I intended to talk about other than the idea of possibly starting. Not possibly, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm definitely going to start the second channel. Cats and Crypto. That's good. That's funny. That's probably what I should call because she's going to be right here the whole time, right, honey? My baby? Are you going to be here? Are we going to talk about crypto? She's my little sidekick. That's funny. Oh, the microphone's blocking her half the time. Just a fun fact for you. I started working for this company when you were 13. Wow. That's amazing. You rarely hear that nowadays. People usually bounce in and out of jobs. They don't stay anywhere for too long. So that is amazing. I hope that you're part of a really good union and that you're going to be set up. And yeah, the sound effects, I know they're not, I don't know what to do here. You can't hear these? Oh, probably because I have the ducking button on. Hold on, I'll take the duck off. Hold on a second. Was that better? Probably. Okay, so if you crypto cat investments. Now everyone's dropping these bombs here. This is awesome. Crypto cat investments. You know what's funny? That a lot of the crypto today are what's known as meme coins, and a lot of them are like cat coins and dog tokens and all of these other things. So that would be funny if I called it crypto cat investments. That would be funny. Okay, David said still not good. That's funny. Gentlemen, and I say gentlemen because I don't think any ladies popped in tonight. Gentlemen, I thank you so much for watching and coming in and joining me on this weekend. I hope you guys have a really great Saturday. And, well, so I know Saturday's over. I hope you have a really great Sunday and you get to enjoy the rest of the weekend with your loved ones and you get to relax and have a good time and sit back and watch movies, relax and enjoy your life because you just never know when it's you just never know. You have to enjoy every single moment that you have and treasure them with your loved ones because it is so fleeting and it is so fast. It really goes by in the blink of an eye. Truly does. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, don't forget, you got to wear your sunblock. I know it's still cold, getting cold, but you still have to wear your sunblock. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.